like diet soda, but anything that has 0 sugar, they use a different like.
Yeah, it's not the
sweetener.
aspartame.
Yeah, and it's so much better.
The only thing with the Coke is it goes flat so quick,
Yeah.
and I really hate it when it goes flat. So like the cans are great because you can drink it fast enough before it
Yeah.
loses the
Fine, you
bubble.
always run away from me.
The cat hates people now.
The cat is a cat now. It's not a kitten.
Yeah.
No, fuck you. I'll be here if I want to be.
It's always, it will always be the kitten.
Thank you.
She was playing hide and seek with me yesterday. It was really funny.
She
Climbed up onto the bed underneath the bedspread, and she hunched down, and she goes, meow. And I said, Tassie, meow. I said, where's the Tassie? She wiggles her butt, meow.
Tassie was so disappointed earlier.
It was so cute.
Tassie.
And then she comes out and like looks at me and runs off, like, I was right here.
She was so disappointed earlier. I turned on the laser thing, and then she ran out, and then it died. She was just sitting and staring at it.
Yeah, it's out of batteries again.
Oh. Did Chris tell you that she likes to tip it over so it'll go up on the ceiling?
No. But
Dark
that's
mode for
hilarious.
That's her
characters-
favorite
yeah,
thing.
Right. You can
And
give
we-
dot to your characters
We'll
to
yell at
your
her
own-
for it.
Yeah.
It's like, Tassie, stop knocking it over. And so as soon as we stop, like she'll look at us and like play with it. Then as soon as like we were not paying attention, she tips it over and then she like tries to get up to the ceiling for it. I'm like, shit.
She needs a
They
new
updated D&D
challenge.
Beyond.
Yeah, it's a dark mode.
It has a dark
That's
mode.
what I was saying earlier. I was like, oh, dark vision mode.
Ah! I wasn't listening. I didn't hear you say it at all.
Sounds normal.
No registration.
Sounds normal.
The lowest I can roll on persuasion is 25.
Jesus.
Same with deception.
Okay.
The lowest I can roll with lockpicking, sleight of hand, and stealth is 27. That includes a nat 1.
Well, that works. I'm just about ready to start. So I will go ahead and bring us in. Welcome to D&D After Dark. Kind of be picking up where we left off last week. At this point in the epilogue, it's not. I mean, you guys, that was kind of self-contained, and you ended that with the death of the. You dealt with the Baylor and his bullshit. But before we get started, I would like to thank the friends of the Greenwater Guildhall. First on that list, if you're watching on Twitch, if you scroll down, you should see some tiles. Each of those tiles will link to these people's website. If you don't see the tiles, click on my profile image, and those tiles should pop up for you. And first on the list is the Speechless Bard. She and her husband make beautiful leather products for your tabletop games, such as covers for your core rule books. Everything's hand-stitched, hand-stamped, and hand-painted. She has a full line of dice-themed bracelets. She has a dice mat. Excuse me. She has a dice mat that you can roll your dice on. When you roll it up, and it looks like a spell scroll. So she makes wonderful products, and if you want to order them, keep in mind that she is in the UK, so if you're ordering for a gift or any kind of time-sensitive product, make sure that you give yourself plenty of advanced time to clear customs and cross the pond. Evidently, United States Customs thinks that leather is explosive. Next on the list is the Fable Beard Company. They make beard products such as oils, balms, butters, and co-wash. And each scent profile is a different fantasy character. Right now I am wearing the hero, which smells of rich cologne and warm tobacco. I'm sure that you'll find a fantasy hero to match your scent needs. And right now they have a buy one get one free offer for new purchasers. So if you sign up and create an account, you can put 2 beard oils in your cart. And if you use the code FIRST in all capital letters, the second beard oil will be discounted to free. Definitely check them out. They make excellent products. Last but not least, I would like to thank Talon and Claw for finally making good on my order and getting me my custom DM screen and the felt pads for my Council of 7 dice vaults. And I appreciate the dice tray that they sent me as a thank you for waiting. I appreciate that. Excellent quality, and if you can wait for them to deliver, they are definitely worth it. So, where we left off, you guys had, as I said, you had defeated the Baylor. Hey, Corey, can you stand up the guy with the sword?
I thought you were going to make me just stand up.
No, over there. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah. So, and we'll get to this bullshit in a minute. Now, I'll also tell you, just so you guys can see, this is the first wave.
TPK.
We're out of here. This looks like the DM is sick of your shit. You dealt with the Baylor, and the last thing that you did is, I believe, Venthros plane shifted you back to Fort Vengeance. Now, something else to keep in mind, Luke. I don't think I have anything for this, but this guy will work. At Fort Vengeance, you pick up your shield guardian. So,
Sweet. And banana candy.
He's still there.
Oh, thank you.
and this can be banana candy. Wow. And this can be bone cruncher.
Because it is bone cruncher.
Because it is bone cruncher, and he's still not painted.
Because you're lazy.
Well, it's because I spent all my time prepping for games, which is why I dropped an hour from my Friday and Saturday afternoon.
That's not true.
Mostly
Bone Cruncher
true.
a fully grown T-Rex now?
I thought he was an Allosaurus.
Is he a fully grown Allosaurus you found?
It's only been a year. Or more. I don't know what the timeline is.
Well, I don't know. Dinosaurs seem to grow a lot faster than people.
Not to adulthood, though.
Probably not to adulthood. I would
Like-
say probably a young adult.
They estimate that a T-Rex to get fully grown would be anywhere between 24 to 28 years.
Really?
Yep. So they grow super fast when they're young, so they can get bigger and not get hunted by as much. But then they get to a point where
They've also
they're big
now
enough that
determined
they
that,
don't
that T-Rexes were likely pack hunters, which is fucking terrifying. I mean, Velociraptors I can understand because they're small.
yeah.
But imagine like, oh, here's 6 T-Rexes coming. Oh,
Yeah.
I don't have.
Oh, I love
And-
it.
That's true. They need help. They need to help each other to
Yes.
open doors and stuff.
Well, you
They have
only
the
gotta
gimpy arms.
bend down to chomp it, so you gotta have some people still looking out.
Imagine trying to eat a chicken leg if your arms are like this. Can somebody else hold this for me?
Yeah, it's a struggle.
The struggle is real. So, yeah. So you get back to Fort Vengeance. You have banana candy and bone cruncher.
You confused? In the backyard? Front yard?
Banana.
It's a community.
I know.
The commandant of Fort Vengeance comes to you guys, and with him is a. So keep in mind, remember the Fort Vengeance was run by paladins and fighters from the Order of the Gauntlet. And so most of these guys are, when they showed up in Chult, so there were two forts. There was Fort Vengeance, which was the second one. The first one sank into the swamp, and they rebuilt it, and then it caught fire and sank into the swamp, and they rebuilt it, and then it was overrun by zombies and everybody was killed. The first one, there were very few survivors, and those that were left came to Fort Vengeance. These guys, in the past year and a half, have more or less learned how to function in the jungles of Chult a little bit better. They're still mostly adhering to their ridiculous religious tenets, but they seem to be operating a little bit better. And this is the first time that you've seen this guy that comes with the Commandant. This is the first time that you've seen any of them out of their armor. They're usually, and you guys know this from having been in Chult, you don't want to be chomping through the jungle in plate armor because you're going to pass out. This guy is standing there wearing nothing but the tunic underneath and his pants. He doesn't have the chain on. He's got nothing. This guy, and he seems like he's out of breath and sweating. Clearly, he's been in the sun. He's a little bit sunburned, red in the face, panting heavily, and the Commandant says, comes rushing to you guys as you've been back for maybe an hour. And he comes rushing to you and says, our scouts have returned, or our scout has returned. We sent out a group of scouts, like we normally do, to patrol as far around Fort Vengeance as they can. Usually they're out for 2 to 3 weeks at a time. They go in groups of 6. This is the only one that came back. And he's a younger kid, and he says, there's an army of the dead, and they're marching for Port Nyanzar.
Well, shit.
Now, from what...
Okay, I'll stop.
Which, well, I gotta ask, which direction are they coming from?
That's the problem. They're coming from every direction. So, the undead, so throughout Chult,
We get a
map here.
Can we put the map up here?
I might be able to. Let's see.
Sorry.
No, you're
the
fine.
Map is in the way. And
Yeah.
I love lamb.
Small. I love lamb.
Where do you get a hand grenade?
I killed a man today.
Yeah, Rick, maybe you should play low for a little bit.
Stab the guy in the heart with a trident.
Are you saying you love lamb? Because I love lamb.
The trick is finding a decent map.
That's an undead version of the fire giant that we already killed, is it?
Yeah, finding one with the proper resolution, so it's always a chore.
You're gonna say chill.
What are you making bigger? The water feature.
Is that? Yeah, I guess it is.
The water feature?
Alright, well this map kind of
The backyard of the
sucks,
house is
but...
Oh, okay. I was thinking like D&D related.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, how do you water bigger in D&D as a barbarian?
You pee in it.
Why are you asking her?
Man, that...
Sorry if I sent you
No,
doing an impossible task.
I don't think you did. Because
Oh.
I thought I had done this before. And honestly, this looks like it's probably a better image, even though it's smaller. What the fuck? Why are they so awful? Yeah, that's terrible. I know it exists because I thought well, hold on. I thought I already had one.
I'm trying to see if I can find a link for it in the game you're on.
Two of Annihilation handouts. That's really weird. I could have swore that I had the PDF with the Tomb of Annihilation. No, okay.
Camp engines.
Yeah, that's 4 countries.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying I found that map.
Alright, well this will have to do. I just don't know why it looks like it was scanned with a potato. That's horrible. I mean, this map is sideways.
Well, I was gonna. I got a link. I can send it to you.
You got a link to a better map?
I think so. To the group chat. You wanted the map of the whole island, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It does not.
Yeah, no, it's asking me to
Purchase it.
purchase things.
You should be able to log in and access it through the campaign. But
Oh, maybe that. Hold on. Maybe I'm not. Oh. Evidently, I am not signed. What do you mean? I told you to sign with Google. Why are you asking me for my password? I'm already signed in through Google. Oh my god. One moment, please.
Here's another one to try. I sent it in the chat.
While we do this, I gotta keep
Good luck.
Okay, so for some reason it is not going to let me log in. And this one's okay. I wanted the actual map. Here, I got a better idea. Fuck all these guys. Do it this way.
Oh, that'll work. Just take a photo.
That's two different water features.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The first half of the waterfall is a pond's waterfall. And then the second is the waterfall that actually goes into the pond. My back will hold up. I can dig that out myself.
Oh, sure.
If not, I'll just get David to do it.
Alright, so of course this won't be great because of
Oh, okay.
that's not too bad. Yeah, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see, where is Fort Vengeance? There it is, Camp Vengeance. And here's Port Nyanzaru. Now, your question about which direction they're coming from, they're all throughout the jungle, where these black and red skull and crossbones are. Those are known areas of before this. Those are known areas where undead seem to populate in greater numbers. They're coming from all of those directions.
So they're everywhere.
Yes, and they all seem to be heading towards Port Nyanzaru. They're not moving quickly.
What's the evil mask coming from the left?
The what?
I think it's the lamp.
Oh,
Yeah. I was just
The
trying-
evil mask coming from the left.
The burning light. No.
and he says, unlike before, where the majority of the undead in Chult, of course, are zombies. You've only ever run into zombies. I think the biggest that you've run into was like ogre zombies. He says that they have even more types of undead now, as well as some demonic presence. He noted specifically that there were some Dybbuk.
And what's that?
So a Dybbuk is... well, they're Jewish, and they are demons that
Jewish demon.
are, yeah, they're capable of possessing other people, and they're kind of being used as lieutenants. They've got ogre zombies. They have if you remember, there were a group of frost giants that had come to Chult. Evidently, not all of them survived, but a couple of them have been risen as frost giant skeletons. And there's at least one green Dracolich.
Green Dracolich.
Demonic presence detected in the facility. Dress.
Now, when I was first setting this whole thing up, I was like, well, maybe that's too much. When I was like, yeah, well, Draxus is going to take out half of them in the first round, and so I think it's probably not right.
The taskers are going to call in nuclear orbital bombardment.
I am going to take out half of them in the first round, right? Nice.
Right.
The commandant releases his scouts as, go find some shade, rest, get some water, and something to eat. You've earned it. And he tells you that in addition to this, this coming threat, now keep in mind they're undead, so aside from maybe the Dracolich, they don't move real fast. He tells you that the other piece of information is that Queen Moxamare, who is now 18, has requested to see all of
You probably slept with her.
you. You can't unscrew a light.
She doesn't know me.
Alright,
Right.
well, I guess we'll go meet this queen.
And so right now she is holding court in Sir Cabal, which is, let's see here, that's Vengeance, all the way over here.
Well, it's a good thing
Cure
we're moving
Sabal.
slow.
And, but I mean, you've got Venthros, he could just,
I've never been
Toward
there.
us.
oh, that's right, you've never been there.
Well, we can ride the dinosaurs.
Sure.
Normally I could go to hell and bring back an archer to help and steal giant kills.
You'll see Pollux again.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
In fact, this is the last day of this campaign, and he's telling us we're going to see your old character. Not that I'm worried about fighting your old character, because let's face it, he is the world's okayest ranger.
He was able to kill a lich without a bow.
I don't remember this.
He threw the arrow.
Yeah, he threw the arrow that killed it.
Literally threw it like a javelin. So you mount up on. You've got Bone Cruncher and Banana Candy, and of course Fort Vengeance has several riding dinosaurs, raptors that you can ride on that are specifically trained just for that. I mean, usually you try to ride a velociraptor, it's going to turn around and eat you.
Sounds like good times.
I got it.
I don't know what I went down by Luke.
And how long is it going to take us to get there?
So,
An hour.
Yeah.
so
That's
each one
an
of
hour.
those hexes is 10 miles.
So it'll take about. That's a day.
And you're going through dense jungle, so it's probably going to take you closer to a week.
So
I was
we
gonna say, yeah,
established
we're-
trade routes. We didn't establish a path.
No, not to Cure Sabal.
Nope.
My dying work.
I'll find it out.
You guys didn't follow through with it?
I just dropped the coaster.
It's under Holly.
Oh.
Oh, it's gone forever.
Yeah, might as well be. Watch out.
I don't know. Some things come back. Hey.
Chris Pratt.
That's so.
I love Chris Pratt.
So you set out for Kirsa Ball.
Damn it, why?
Just when you said she wants to see us, doesn't mean we have to oblige. I mean, some of us are gods now.
Maybe there's a new god.
Maybe I'm the new god.
No, maybe there's a
Just
little
fall down,
baby
see my
god.
spirit just lives.
As you're like grabbing for your body. No, I'm just kidding.
What's a god? To a non-bummer? Traxxas just slams it down. Do you believe now? I'll see more stuff.
Maybe there's a baby Draxus. We'll call him Jesus.
So, Kirsa Ball, when you're able to get through the jungle unmolested,
Aw.
That's so fun.
and you
We didn't pay extra.
when if you remember, Kirsa Ball is in like a cliffside. It is a monastery run that it's an Aarakocra monastery. And as soon as you get to the base of this cliffside monastery, and it's way up there, 4 Aarakocra guards fly down and land in front of you and greet you. Lord Draxus.
Lord St.
Yeah, they're like, the wings. Something's different about you.
He's one of your kind now.
And they.
Just be like, it happened after I slept with your queen.
I don't know if they know about that.
You probably don't.
They lead you up a very narrow path to a small ledge, and there are these. Basically, they're just wooden planks with rope put through and a knot tied in the bottom. Each plank is big enough to sit 2 people. And they're like, "Have a seat, and we will hoist you up.
I'm just
But
gonna.
you can fly."
It's like,
I'm just gonna
I
fly.
also am going to fly.
Okay. So meanwhile, the last 3 of you, who wants to ride by themselves?
I'll go.
Okay.
I go into my ghost form and just drift. I don't fly as fast, but I can go.
And then after I get to the top, I fly back down, touch the dinosaurs, and plane shift them up.
Okay, yeah, there's that option as well. So
Oh, you
at the top of the, so these, as you're going up, as Gerda and Odahime are going up this, they're being hoisted up on this rope swing.
Lost my ghost form now.
You realize that this is a long ways up.
Oh,
At about the 100-foot mark, the wind is starting to pick up, and it's swinging you back and forth.
Oh, I don't
I
miss
get so
those
nauseous so fast.
days. Swinging on a telephone pole where the wind just.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Both of you make DC 10 dexterity saving throws.
20.
Nice.
Dexterity.
Well,
Sorcerers are good,
nat
though, right?
20. So whatever dexterity is. 25.
Hey.
yeah, DC. Yes.
Just roll a 7 or better.
Oh, see, I wasn't going to say that because every time I say that.
You know he hasn't learned yet.
Well, I know.
I never learn.
So this dice, Sunday we had a game, we were playing Out of the Abyss. I hadn't touched it, and it was 108 outside, and this thing was struggling to keep it 78 in here. I hadn't touched it, and I looked down at the dice tray, and it was already turning green, like it had been sitting in the palm of my hand and my fist closed.
Yeah, nat 20.
Oh shit, 2 nat 20s. All right. So you guys are like, eh, whatever.
You guys are swinging back. We're like,
Ooh, yes.
Yeah.
Standing up, one
You're
grabs the
straight
rope.
up, like
Woo!
swinging out and then back in against the
Yeah,
wall.
next the rock wall, right?
Like a wrecking ball. Oh.